Hey, good Friday morning, my friends. I'm Live Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa here. Getting an early start this morning. I want to get a post out for those that aren't enjoying the MLive Facebook update, the weather update with us. There is a chance of severe weather today, a valid chance in Michigan. So we're going to go into that. What looks like is going to happen is a significant severe weather outbreak in Iowa, Missouri, Illinois, will happen this afternoon, 3 to 6 o'clock or so. Those storms move toward the east northeast and make it into southwest lower Michigan 6 to 9 p.m. That's a time period when storms typically start to weaken. So we'll have the weakening phase, but we'll also have the strong dynamics of a very powerful system that I've been talking to you about. Could make the storms hold together and continue to be severe. And then 9 to midnight, those storms will move across the eastern part of southern Michigan, diminishing, but still maybe with some isolated severe wind gusts. So let's get into it. And what's going on right now? This is not the severe weather in our area now. Lower Michigan, much of it has showers and some thunderstorms around, and a solid area of moderate to heavy rain. Let's see, moderate to heavy rain, Traverse City down to Ludington, in through Houghton Lake, in through the center part of the state, heading towards Saginaw. Southern parts of the state right now, you're kind of in an off and on shower activity. All right, now let's get into the severe weather. We start with the big picture, and the Storm Prediction Center shows a moderate risk, which is the fourth level of a 5 level system. So the only thing that would be higher than that would be a high risk. So moderate risk of severe thunderstorms, Illinois, Iowa, northern Missouri. And you could see the slight risk, which is the yellow part, makes it in the southwest corner of Michigan. That would be a second level on the 5 level system. Now we look a little closer. And so this is the forecast, the severe weather forecast for this afternoon and this evening. But for Michigan, it's mostly this evening. And you could see the slight risk goes from about Muskegon to Grand Rapids to Kalamazoo to Coldwater and into the southwest corner. The green area is a marginal risk, meaning that the Storm Prediction Center figures those storms will be weakening as they move into the center and eastern part of lower Michigan. But certainly that means if you're a thunderstorm fan in those areas, you get your first thunderstorm. So that's the overall severe weather outlook. Now let's take a look at the tornado chance. The tornado chance is almost 30% out in Iowa and Illinois, and the black hatching means a 10% probability of an EF2 to EF5 tornado out there. So they're expecting a significant severe weather outbreak with perhaps significant tornadoes there. And as those storms continue to move into southwest Michigan, there's still enough shear. There's still probably enough instability. It's probably 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight that an isolated tornado is possible in the southwest corner. Now let's look at the main threats would be the damaging winds. You know, a severe thunderstorm has isolated wind gusts in places, little half-mile or mile segments where you can get 60-mile-an-hour gusts real quickly. They last for a short time, 2, 3, 4 minutes, and they bring a tree down or something like that. So the yellow has a 15% chance of severe wind gusts. Grand Rapids, again, Muskegon, down to Kalamazoo, to Coldwater, into the southwest corner. And then a 5% chance continues to Saginaw, Flint, Ann Arbor, and Detroit, meaning that the storms are faltering and weakening as they come into the southeastern part of the state. And of course, I always encourage everybody at this time of the year to put your good car in the garage for the evening. Uh-oh. I lost the connection here. Just give me a second. Okay, hopefully we're back. And we are. All right, there we go. Okay, so let's move on. All right, here's the radar forecast to give you a timing and a feel for what it's going to look like. So this is the latest high resolution rapid refresh. 9 o'clock this morning. Solid rain going on northeast through the Saginaw area, through Flint, the Thumb, 9, 10, 11 o'clock, noon. That moves off. We start to turn very springy, it looks like. And then I'm seeing a lot of comments here. Thank you. I'm just trying to get through the important stuff of the weather. Then we'll talk. I'll answer some questions. So this is this afternoon, quieter weather this afternoon. And there you go at 4 o'clock, the clump of thunderstorms starting to develop in Iowa and Illinois, the first batch. And we're at 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock. They're starting to enter the southwest corner of lower Michigan. The storms ahead of the front can have isolated tornadoes with them, and you see that around Grand Rapids and Kalamazoo at this would be 9 o'clock tonight. You also see the squall line moving through the Chicago area, and then 10 o'clock, 11, and midnight. And you see that what we typically see, 10 to midnight, is when storms start to falter and really weaken. So hopefully that saves the southeast part from severe weather, but certainly at 6, 7, 8, 9 o'clock, we have to watch the southwest corner. Okay, so that's going to move out by morning, and then tomorrow is a cooler day, and we could even have some snow showers tomorrow. But then let's look at the big picture. And I got to tell you something. It's every day over the last 4 or 5 days, it's looking like the cold air is giving up, as I expected, in the first week of April. And the forecast has gone 3 days ago from 2 or 3 days of the next 10 to feeling springy, to yesterday it was 3 or 4 days. Now it's about 6 or 7 days of the next 10 feeling springy, which you know what that means. Spring, I would say, has sprung. Of course, we're still going to have frosting temperatures probably in places, but we're getting out of the snow zone eventually. I should say that the UP is going to get socked with heavy snow tonight and tomorrow as that storm rolls through. So here's our storm rolling through on Saturday, and we get the swing through of the cold air, some snow showers mixed with the rain showers anywhere in lower Michigan tomorrow afternoon. And then the warm air already starts to return by Sunday, and we're still in a stormy pattern. But the next storm, very interesting. This is Tuesday night. The next storm pulls up even farther to our west, gets all of Michigan even farther into the warm sector of the storm. And then this is Wednesday afternoon, the cold front coming through Michigan. So depending on the timing, next Wednesday could be our first severe weather outbreak, shifting northward in lower Michigan. I guess say today, this evening could be our first severe weather outbreak. That one could be more widespread on Wednesday, depending on the timing. Still a cold pocket behind it next Thursday, but it gives up pretty quickly. And as we head toward the Easter weekend, this is Saturday, and we get a look at Easter Sunday, and that's not bad there. It could be 50s to 60 degrees. That winds up right there Easter Sunday evening, and maybe some showers coming in. But the point is that's 10 days out. Now, look at what I'm talking about as far as a spring feel in the forecast. So today we're looking at 55 to 60 degrees for the southern 2/3 of lower Michigan, maybe some low 60s in the far southwest. And by the way, the warmer you get in Kalamazoo and Benton Harbor and Holland and South Haven, Grand Rapids, the warmer you get this afternoon under some sunshine, if you get it, the greater your chance of severe weather because there's fuel for those storms heading out of northern Illinois and across Lake Michigan. Tomorrow is a little bit cooler, 40s, 50 degrees in the south. Sunday is back to a little bit warmer. Traverse City makes it to 47, uh, Grand Rapids to 49. Monday, we're back to flirting with 60 degrees in a lot of places. Tuesday, we're in the 60s in the southern half of the state. Wednesday, ahead of the storm system, we're in the 60s to near 70. Ann Arbor, Detroit, the Thumb, Flint. And then behind it, we still get that cooler day, 40s, 30s in the north. And then by next Friday, we start going right back up to Saturday to Easter Sunday, maybe around 55 to 60 right now. So the main thing here to know about is the chance of severe thunderstorms. I would say no earlier than 6 o'clock this evening in the southwest corner, probably. So between 6 and 9, imagine lower Michigan, take the southwest quarter, say 6 to 9, take the southeast quarter, say 9 to midnight, and in the weakening phase, so probably escaping severe weather. But of course, I'll be watching it for you this evening. Be ready. And as I wrote about earlier this week, if the magnitude of these storms continues, the strength of them continues, as we get more into the warm sector of the storm, look out. We're going to have a couple of full-fledged, valid, severe weather outbreaks in Michigan this year, probably in the month of April into early May, and those could possibly produce what we would consider tornado outbreaks here in Michigan. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. No undue worry just yet, but think about, where you go when these things happen very quickly, and think about if you have any construction projects that are not sturdied up. We're getting in the storm season where you can get a 60, 65, 70 mile an hour wind, and the roof you have half done is ripped off. So be ready to, sturdy things up a couple of days ahead if you see one of these significant storms heading our way. Hey, that's your MLive morning weather update. Let's see if we can get to some questions. Ann Walker, you are welcome. Gulf weather almost here, yes. Bring on the 70s to Muskegon, says Elizabeth Platt. Kylie Aldridge, will Davison get storms or looking like a no? I would say the southeastern quarter will get thunderstorms. I don't think they'll be severe. They might be vigorous bolts of lightning and loud claps of thunder, but I don't think you'll have strong winds, hail, stuff like that. What's the difference on your map of the white temperatures versus black temps? No difference, just that the maps are made so that they stick out, on different colored backgrounds. Let's see. Fostoria, good morning to you. Teresa Stepansky, James Township. I know a James Township by Saginaw. I'm not sure. There's probably a lot of James Townships in Michigan, I'm guessing. But yeah, you'll get the storms in the second half of the evening, probably not severe. Ann Walker, I lived in a huge manufactured home. My question is, where do I go in a tornado? No basement. Okay, that's a great question. We found that I think I read the stat the other day, about 70% of the injuries and deaths in severe weather occur in what used to be called mobile homes. Now I think they call manufactured homes. So you need to be proactive, and a handful of nights, evenings a year, you need to get out of that to a friend's sturdier home, stay the night or whatever, something like that. Let's go back to the maps here as people are asking about the threat for severe weather. This is MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregros, kind of an extended version so that we can get your questions answered. Could Grand Rapids experience a tornado tonight, John? It is possible. So this is the overall severe weather threat that I'm showing you now. Let's go back to the tornado forecast. Grand Rapids is not actually officially in the tornado forecast. Let's see here. What area will possibly get tornadoes, says Katia Taylor. So there you see the green shaded area, the southwest corner, about the southwest 8 counties. All right, Tamil McCone, got the Facebook notification. Elizabeth Platt, what if you have windows in your basement when a tornado comes? Still safest to be in a tornado. Ann Walker, P.S. I live in Traverse City and I haven't heard many tornadoes strike in this area. No, it does happen in the Traverse City area. It has happened. Typically, it's a summertime thing in northern lower Michigan. Mimi Noonan, Manistee, you're probably too cold to get into severe weather, but you can get some vigorous thunderstorms for the first time. And there you go. Helen Davis Weatherford from Lapeer, you're welcome as well. All right, so we'll be watching evening basically for our first round of potentially significant thunderstorms. The thing to watch in the southwest corner, how much sunshine, if any, do you get during the afternoon? We're forecasting a high of about 63. If you see your car thermometer go to 67 or 70, you know your chances of severe weather are increasing because the instability is increasing for the storms as they cross the lake. A lot of times, a colder Lake Michigan will kill off storms when they come on shore, or sometimes it will kill off the storms over the lake and then enhance them as they hit the shoreline. So we just have to wait and see what's going on here. I got it covered for you. Just kind of hang close to home maybe this evening if you're in the southwest corner. Don't get out way too far out into the woods or whatever. And keep it tuned to MLive, MLive's Facebook page. And thanks for joining me. I'm MLive Chief Meteorologist Mark Torregrossa.